Oh, well, hey, Ben, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, we're about to have us a quick chat. All right, we got to talk about Miss Tasha K as well as Cardi B because you guys know that this defamation lawsuit trial is ongoing at this time. So I want us to have a quick chat about it. Okay, so get cute, get comfortable, honey, and let's have a quick chat. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Okay, please be sure to hit the like button on your way in. All right, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, we're going to be talking about Cardi B and Tasha K. Okay, now for those of you guys that do not know, Miss Cardi B decided that she wanted to sue Tasha K after sending out numerous numbers of cease and desist letters to her after an interview took place between some young lady by the name of Star Marie that Tasha K interviewed a few years back, and this person alleged a lot of scandalous things about Cardi, so much so accusing Cardi of having like an STD, STI, and other things, right? And then it looks like from what they're saying, Miss Tasha took it a little further than expected. I think when Cardi reached out to her trying to debunk some of the lies that were being put out there by Star, Tasha wanted her to come on for an interview. Cardi was like, no, I just want you to take the stuff down. I'm not really, I'm saying, it is what it is. No, ma'am. And it seems like Miss Tasha continued to come after Miss Cardi B with a variety of different videos, so much so she continued on with the lie, okay, of what Miss Star Marie said, in addition to putting up a host of other content about Cardi B, which Cardi B said was not truthful content about her. All right, so after trying to get her to take this content down, and girl, okay, here goes cease and desist, cease and desist, cease and desist, and Miss Tasha said, "Well, I received them, but I wipe my ass with them." I think that's when Cardi decided, okay, well, we're gonna see if you're gonna wipe yours with this lawsuit. So she decided to slap her with a defamation lawsuit. Now, keep in mind, Miss Tasha K also countersued Cardi for like $3 million, and then shortly towards the end of last year, the judge ended up throwing that out for whatever reason. I believe it could have been like a harassment thing or something. I think Tasha, I think that's what the lawsuit was about. Suing Cardi for harassment or something like that. And either way, the judge threw it out. Just like he's throwing out quite a few other things that they're trying to bring into the court now to go up against Miss Cardi, and they're not really hearing it. Okay, so yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of YouTubers talking about it. I have seen quite a few. So yeah, I don't have an allegiance to anybody, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say whatever my piece is and give you guys the content, and there's that on that. Y'all can leave y'all thoughts and comments down below, because we know y'all gonna do that anyway, honey, because it just like y'all is. Okay, so there's that. I've been watching Dennis Byron, and I've been watching him, and he's the editor-in-chief for Hip Hop Inquirer. So he's been very active on Twitter with giving us a breakdown of what's happening inside of the courtroom, so much so that he's also taken to his Instagram, now moved from Instagram over to his YouTube channel, which is the Hip Hop Inquirer, and he's been giving his thoughts and giving us blow by blow of everything that's happening over in the courtroom. And what else did I want to say about that? He also interviewed an attorney the other day by the name of D. Dobbins, I believe it is, or B. Dobbins, Esquire. Interviewed her, so she gave her breakdown on day 5. He came back, recapped for us on day 6, which is what I'm about to share with you guys. If you're not following him, feel free to go ahead, and do so. So we're going to talk about it over here. There's another person. Shout out to whoever sent this to me on Instagram, because I love it. Emily D. Baker. The way she breaks down this is she's very unbiased. She herself, I do believe, is an attorney, and I love how she breaks down the cases and everything. I love it, love it, love it. I hate that I could not get access to some of these court documents. I wish that I was able to get access to the court documents. Now, girl, if y'all able to get access to the court documents, then send them to your girl, okay? Because I don't have access to like the Nicki Minaj court documents with her and Jennifer Huff. I would like to have that or anything, as well as this Cardi B situation. You know what I'm saying, girl? And just all the stars. If you got access, girl, just what I'm saying, blind CC me or some girl, send me a document or something like that. Okay, so that we probably can come over here on the channel and go through the documents from time to time, because I love the way Emily D. Baker broke it down, and I just love how she just gives you more insight, because she is so experienced in this field, and she tells you what's the right thing to do versus what's not the right thing to do when you are, you know, on the stand, when you're a witness, you know, when you're in trial and everything as an attorney or whatever. Like, it's just, it's a really great breakdown. I love how she went through the entire, like, debriefing of like the court documents for that day, and just explain, ooh, that's not good, ooh, you sure you want to do that, or Cardi, you know, like it was great. It was great. It was great. So if you guys are not familiar with Emily D. Baker, please be sure to go and check out her channel and stuff like that. And also, girl, like I said, you know what I'm saying, if you got the court documents, girl, just send them over. Okay, thank you. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into day 5. Okay, a lot of my content, a lot of my notes, okay, primarily my notes have come from you know, the recaps that I've been getting from Dennis Byron. Okay, and if there's anything that Emily may have mentioned, you know, I plug that in too. But I just want to give you guys some of the breakdown of what's happening over here. So they're saying that yesterday on day 5 there was an interview that took place. Now keep in mind, on Monday there was not a hearing at all. That was MLK Day, so nobody went in to, you know, do trial or do any of that. So they picked up on Tuesday. They had a therapist come in, and we've seen this lady before. I don't have an image of her at this time, but her name is Dr. Sherry Blake. We've seen her on different TV shows. She's very credible. So she got on the stand and she spoke to Cardi, spoke to the mental health of Cardi B, and how she first initially came across Cardi B, and when Cardi's team started to kind of notice that things were off with her, right? And you know, she just had a lot of stuff going on. So they decided to go ahead and pull in this woman, Dr. Sherry Blake, to speak with her, because according to what they're saying, the rumors and things that were put out there about Cardi, it started to really affect her mental state. Y'all know it was already reported that she started to feel as though she wasn't worthy of her child. She didn't want to engage in any activity with her husband. Like, her vibration was extremely low because of these rumors. She says until this day, she is continuing to be called a herpes B or something like that. So people are continuing to reference her in a certain manner based on the interview that took place and the videos to follow over on Tasha K's channel. You know, I haven't gone over to check, but a lot of people are saying that the videos are still up. I don't know. I wanted to believe that the videos were down, considering the fact that she's actually in this case, but maybe she's waiting to take them down until somebody tells her to. I'm not sure. I haven't gone over there to fact check to see if the content is still up there. But moving on. So the doctor says that she noticed that Cardi B got to a place where she actually wanted to withdraw herself from this earth. If you know what I'm saying, okay? Cardi wanted to withdraw herself from this earth, and she was just really concerned about that. So that's something that really stuck out to her. They said that when she got on the stand, she was very detailed about the different meetings that she has had with Cardi. I mean, so detailed as to, like, it seemed like they were saying like the time and the location and where she went to actually link up with Cardi, what Cardi was doing. Like, at one point she was stretched across the bed when the lady came in. She really didn't want to interact, you know. So she was really just going through it as, and the way they were describing it sounded like any person that's depressed. Okay, when you just stretched across the bed, honey, you depressed, you don't want to talk about nothing, like, girl, just leave me alone or whatever. So, you know, obviously there was some type of depression things going on with Miss Cardi. She had a lot going on mentally. And they said that Dr. Sherry Blake came in and gave a lot of validity to the things that Cardi had already mentioned about what she was experiencing. You know, Cardi said, this is how I was feeling. You know, I was going through this, I was going through that. And to back up what she was saying, they brought in an expert to confirm those things, because it also had been documented as well. So they're saying that Tasha's attorneys didn't believe Cardi was considering withdrawing herself from this earth, because they said it wasn't included in the paperwork that they got. But what it sounds like was included in that paperwork, even though they didn't see that plain as day, what was included in that paperwork was like risk assessments. And that typically only happens if you are a person that's considering withdrawing yourself from this earth. There are risk assessments that are taken. So that right there pretty much fact checked and claimed and confirmed that she was indeed thinking that, because I had to go and do a risk assessment on her based on the actions of what she was showing me, where things were warranted for this to take place. Okay, so there's that. They're saying that Tasha K took the stand as well on yesterday, and they said that it was a struggle for her to get through the testimony, because they said that she was being led a lot by her attorney. So her attorney, when they're leading, you know, the client, okay, that's on the stand, their witness, when they're leading, it's like they're trying to feed them an answer or suggest what the answer is going to be while on the stand. So that makes me think that Tasha didn't do a great job with answering questions. Either that, or she probably wasn't well prepared, that they were trying to lead her like, no, you're going down the wrong path, girl. Come back, come back. No, go over here. Okay. And because they were doing quite a bit of leading, the attorney, Cardi B's attorneys were doing a lot of objecting to the things that, you know, Tasha's attorneys were doing. So they really didn't get through a whole lot from what I was understanding, because it was so many objection, overruled. You know, so girl, it was a man's tiny. That's what they say, girl. And look, I'm like, I probably should have scooted on down there to that office, to that courtroom. Girl, I should have scooted on down there so I could see what's going on. I ain't never seen that like this, girl. And you know, it's funny because I hear a lot of people complaining about jury duty. I said, girl, that probably is entertaining as hell. Girl, that's probably one entertaining ass. Because I mean, just the commentary coming from it from different people and the breakdowns and the recaps of actually being in the courtroom, it sounds comical as hell. Because they said Tasha took the stand and they said she had a bit of arrogance, you know, with how she answered questions. And I've even seen that written in articles where they asked her a question like, oh, the video you did of Cardi, you know, is that this particular video you did of Cardi doing X, Y, and Z, or you were saying X, Y, and Z, it got like 3.4 million views. Is that video still up? She didn't answer the question to whether the video was still up, but she said that no, it has 4 million. That's what it has. I could not be in the courtroom because I probably would be tickled as fuck. Right? It's the nonchalantness, I could care less type of energy, like, you know. But she was being honest on the stand. Like, if it ain't got 3.4 million, girl, it got 4. Like, what? Hilarious, girl. But of course, you know, the judges, you know, they not gonna take too likely to that. Like, okay, so now you're trying to be smart and sarcastic while you sitting up here on our stand, girl. That's disrespectful. You know, we always want you to have respect for the law. Okay. So yeah, I can imagine. Like, I know a lot of people complain about jury duties, like, oh, I gotta sit in this. But because of me, like, I like law stuff, right? I like stuff like that, you know. And for those of you guys that didn't know, like, I really did want to go to law school. I got accepted, I decided not to go. Thought about it later on in life and said, oh, girl, them student loans hit a little different. Yikes. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy stuff like that, especially if it's probably like a celebrity case. Girl, I'll probably be sitting there like, girl, what's going on? Don't put me on the jury duty, honey. No, I ain't got to be nowhere. I can imagine all of the people that may be fans of Cardi, may not be fans of Cardi, sitting on the jury. Either way, whether you like her or you don't, and you sitting on the jury, and you're supposed to be unbiased, but we'll see how that's going to go. It's just still, it's a key, girl. How many of y'all, once this is over, gonna be able to say that y'all was a part of the iconic trial with Cardi B and Tasha K? I hate to say iconic, but girl, it is what it is, girl. How many of y'all gonna be able to say that? Girl, only the few that was in there, right? So I can imagine, like, they probably got a report every day on who has C19, who don't have C19. Are you able to be here? Have you been exposed and stuff like that? You know, so I'm like, girl, ain't nobody in my family got it. We good, girl. You can proceed. No recess, Your Honor. Let's keep going. Girl, I'll be all tuned all the way in. But anyway, so and then they're actually getting to watch like the footage of the things that Tasha K has said about Cardi. So they're playing this footage, however many minutes long it is, in the courtroom for the jurors to see, right? And it's crazy because I'm sure, you know, Tasha can be extremely animated. I know I be animated sometimes. Tasha can be very animated as well. So you probably in the midst of, girl, I want to laugh so bad. That's funny. But then also like, girl, that's so messed up. You had to say that about that lady. You know, so I could just imagine what's on their minds. And here's the crazy part. They go out to lunch and stuff. Whenever they break for recess, they cannot talk about the case at all. So that's the tough part too. Like, imagine you want to be like, oh, did you see her? Can't even talk about it, honey. Let's talk about what we're finna eat. How your pickle? How you like your pickle? Your pickle's good? You should have got 2 of them. Okay. Yeah, girl, my bun a little dry. Like, that's all you can really talk about. Get to know them, talk about their kids, whatever, but you can't talk about this case. So imagine that, all the juicy stuff that happened. I know they'd be like, girl, I can't wait for this case to be over, girl. I got so much to talk about. Okay, you got my number, right? Oh, okay, girl, we're gonna talk about it. Hear me, okay? So there's that. What else? It sounded like when I was listening to Emily D. Baker, it sounded like she said I gotta go back and listen because she was talking about like a juror, and I don't know if this juror probably went out and started to like write like a blog or something, like giving details about the case when she's sitting as a juror, because you're not supposed to be able to do that. Like, you're not supposed to be able to discuss anything regarding the case to each other or to anyone. Okay. Now, I believe once it's over, you probably can do what you want to do, but not in the moment. You can't do that. So I believe she mentioned that because she was going through the actual documents and reading things. And what also was interesting when I was watching Emily, she talked about how Star Marie was also named in the lawsuit. But the interesting thing for me is she not sitting up here. It's Tasha that's the one sitting up here. So where is Star Marie? Did Star, and that's what Emily said she's gonna go do more research on. But like, is Star, like, did she settle? Okay, is her time coming after Tasha's is over? Like, what's going on with her? What's the situation with Star? Because you are the head person that dropped these rumors out the sky. And unfortunately, Tasha just continued to, carry the torch like a relay race. She just continued to, go in on this girl, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a sucky situation. It's like you want to feel bad, as a YouTuber content creator, but then also, I'm gonna be honest, at the same time, it's like a person gave you chances, what I'm saying, to retract, to cease and desist. Don't mention me. Shade Room knew to take heed and stop mentioning, Miss Cardi B when requested. And then at some point they got to a place where they all could be mutual, be cool, and they're back to posting Cardi again. So I don't really, it's like you want to feel bad, but at the same time, somebody gave you chances to stop talking about them. Right. And that would be the same whether it was Cardi and Tasha, or whether it was Nicki Minaj and somebody else, or Jay-Z and somebody else, Joe Budden. Like, if you're out here spreading things about them and they feel like that's not right, and they just stand up here and hit you up on more than one occasion, and it's like, yo, stop talking about me, dog. Like, let's not do that. I could have helped you out that pitch you fell in. I am the generous queen, asked Miss Allen. Okay, like, they probably was gonna come at you like that, but then when you did something a little different, you go to lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very unfortunate situation because we don't know what if Cardi wins this case, we don't know what Miss Tasha gonna have to pay out. We don't know what's gonna happen to her YouTube channel. I feel like it's so many speculations. I'll be honest, I don't think nothing's gonna happen to her YouTube channel, to be honest. Not at all. Not at all. I feel like if I really truly feel sorry for anybody, I really feel bad for her children, because if she does lose this case, like, those children have gotten accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle. So if this affects how her parents or how their parents make money, I just really feel bad, on a human level, for her children and stuff, like that. But that's just where we are. I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments about the situation as well. What else do we have going on over here? Yeah, so court ended early yesterday, and that's because Tasha K's team was trying to introduce a video. Okay, and this video, they said that they weren't sure whether or not. So, okay, during the pretrial, Tasha's attorneys tried to submit things that they were going to bring into court. And what ended up happening was the judge was like, what it sounded like, from what I understood of it, it was like he had a file and he was like, no, that's not admissible, girl. We not on. That ain't got nothing to do with the case. What else y'all got over here? Girl, we not gonna do that today. Girl, what else? Girl, y'all is not gonna get this past me. Girl, this has nothing to do with what we talking about here. So a lot of things that they tried to bring into the courts got tossed out. So now they're at a place where they're trying to bring something else into the court, a video or something. But they're not sure if what they're trying to bring into court was already on that list to not even come into court to begin with, or whether this was something that slipped past them. So because they weren't necessarily sure, they're saying that the courts were dismissed early so that they can go and, like, assess the video. So it sounds like they were saying that Cardi's team would be the ones to, like, watch the video or something like that and make a decision or something, or maybe they were going to watch the video to be able to pull up some objections or something like that. But yeah, they were trying to enter some type of new evidence into the court, and then the judge was like, well, wait, because where this came from, like, does this have anything to do with, like, the pretrial stuff that I already told y'all can't admit, and y'all just still try to admit it anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and close the session, because not only are we closing the session because y'all bringing in this new information, we're gonna go ahead and close it because y'all also seem like y'all are ill prepared and y'all ain't got y'all together. Okay, especially the way y'all been prancing around my courtroom. I really appreciate it. So they're going to shut it down. So that's what I grabbed from it. But I believe it was B. Dobbins, the attorney, said that it was interesting that they were trying to present this evidence because it made her wonder whether or not Tasha's team was trying to aim for like a mistrial. And if they were to have like a mistrial for whatever reason, because I'm trying to see how she said it. It was like, if they presented this video, it gave Cardi's team a chance to do one or two things. Either reject this video and reject the video and it end up being a mistrial, or accepting the video and risk the footage on the video damaging the perception of what the jurors already have of their client, you know, Cardi. So that's what it sounds like they were saying. So I'm believing they went ahead and accepted it. So overnight, according to Dennis, it seems like he was saying that Cardi's team went back to watch the footage so that they can go ahead and, you know, identify their objections as they come into the courtroom for the next day or something. That's what he said, because of course nobody wants to mistrial, nobody wants to go through this all over again, nobody wants to spend a lot of money. I don't know what Miss Tasha has, but with Cardi and her fame, I do believe that Cardi is on the higher end of you know, revenue and finances and stuff. So I feel like she has the money to probably go take this, you know, the longer route. And I think that Cardi's team feel very confident that she is indeed going to probably win the case. So that's another reason why I could see, like, even if it was a mistrial, I could see no one wanting to do that all over again, because I feel like that'll give Tasha's team a leg up to be able to debunk a lot of stuff, right? Because they already know how things are going to go. But at the same time, it's like I can see them not wanting not wanting to do this because they don't want to have to go through this all over again. But also nobody wants to spend all of the money, even though I feel like Cardi got the money over there, right? So she can do this as long as she wants. I don't know if Tasha will be able to like continue or even desire to want to continue to do this, but we have no choice, you know. Hopefully all of that made sense. What else? Yeah, that was all that pretty much happened on day 5. One of the things that I keep hearing from different outlets or different people that I've listened to is that it seems like Tasha's team has been coming off very ill prepared. And I feel like that really sucks for her, because paying attorneys is no joke. It's a lot of money, you know. So if I'm paying you, you better help me get up here and represent myself accordingly. Okay, on the stand. All right. So yeah, I would probably feel away. But who's to say that they didn't already rehearse and go through things, and Tasha decided to just go up there and say whatever it is she wants to say? You know, I know there was video circulating where she was discussing Cardi, and she said, I know that my attorneys didn't want me to say this, but I don't care, I'm gonna say it anyway. So, you know, who knows, child? Okay, so let's get to day 6, because more happened in day 6. So Tasha K's team tried to introduce paperwork that was already denied in pretrial, is what we're learning. Okay, but the judge decided, okay, cool, we're gonna go ahead and entertain this. And I feel like they did that as well, because not feel like, I believe that's what they were saying, that the judge went ahead and entertained it, because at the end of the day, nobody really wants to mistrial. Not even the judge, the attorneys, nobody wants to mistrial, right? So basically, this video that they were trying to introduce into the courts, according to Mr. Dennis Byron, he's saying that it was video of Azalea Banks being on the Breakfast Club and trying to bring attention to the fact that she feels as though Miss Cardi B is a big R word, okay? Yeah, so that's what she wants to call Miss Cardi. But the judge wasn't really open to hearing it, because he feels like that has nothing to do with your client defaming this woman. Okay, that's what we're talking about. And that's interesting that the judge, you know, that's the focal point, because a lot of people bring into play things that Cardi has said and done, like, oh, Cardi has called black women roaches, and Cardi has said this, and Cardi has said that, and she told somebody else's child they should die, and they yeah, so a lot of people say this. I just find that to be very interesting. Like, I definitely understand people's point when they get frustrated by that. But when you hear the judge saying that ain't got nothing to do with this case, though, not saying y'all is wrong, it's just that that's not where we at with this case. This case ain't about what Cardi said or defamed or did to anybody else. The case is about this young woman defaming Cardi, and they have to prove that point. So I think a lot of people that were in the courtroom kind of got a little frustrated, and whoever else probably did. Sound like the judge did too, child. Like, y'all keep bringing up this stuff that has nothing to do with this case. You're speaking to her character, and I hear you, but it has nothing to do. We need you to prove the point that your client did not defame this woman. Like, that's where we at. Okay, so there's that. What else? They're saying that the judge the judge told the defense team that they should be aware and have a clear understanding of what hearsay is or something like that, because they were trying to present a audio or video of Offset's stepdad saying negative things about the relationship that he has with Cardi or them together or whatever, right? And according to Dennis Byron, the judge threw that out, like not trying to hear that, because number one, that's hearsay, and that's why he said y'all should understand and have a clear, you should have a clear understanding and be aware of what hearsay is. So for you to bring this in, like, it's not like y'all actually brought him in to speak to that. Like, y'all didn't bring him in to even, validate or deny what it is that you guys are saying that he said. So there's that. And then again, I feel like he would not have accepted it either way, because again, it has nothing to do with this situation here. All right. So, what else we got? So they also they tried to bring up the incident regarding Nicki Minaj. Remember when Nicki and Cardi got into it at the Harbor Bazaar? They got into it at a fashion show. I don't want to mess up the name, but they got into it at a fashion show. And Cardi ended up throwing a shoe at Nicki based on some tweets that Nicki liked. I don't know what to be true. A lot of people are denying it. A lot of people are saying that no, it's actual factual. I don't know. Okay, she probably didn't. She probably did. I did gay. Okay, but because that came out, Cardi learned about it, and that's when she wanted to square up with Miss Nicki Minaj, and Nicki wasn't there for it. Nicki said, "I'm staying right here. I'm staying right here. I'm staying right here." Okay, that's where Miss Nicki was with it. Okay, so that's a whole different situation. I don't even know if Nicki even went forward to try and press charges or do anything against Cardi, because if that was the case, I feel like we would hear about it now. So I don't know if they've even reconciled behind the scenes or anything. I don't know if Cardi probably sent something to Nicki when she had the baby, or if Nicki sent anything to Cardi when she had the baby. I don't know where they are. We just don't see them interact or anything or be in the same circles with each other at this time. But all in all, again, whatever happened between Cardi and Nicki, girl, if this is all because the judge was not trying to hear it, it had nothing to do with this particular case, which is about Tasha K defaming Cardi B. Okay, so for me, it's just like, this is what the judge is saying. Okay, the judge is not trying to hear it because it ain't got nothing to do with the case. And it's just interesting, as I said, because a lot of people bring that into play when they have, I don't feel bad for her, and that's why you got every right to feel how you want to feel, girl. But Cardi said this and that and da. And it's crazy because when I hear y'all say that, I hear y'all sounding just like what Tasha's attorneys may sound like, but Your Honor, she told that lady that she looked like a roach, okay? And it's like, but is that lady here? Does that have anything to do with this case here, right? So that's what it gives when I be hearing y'all talk. But I understand. You don't like us, whatever, girl. Whatever suits your boat, whatever makes you feel good. What else? Yes, I've been hearing, okay, from a lot of different people that it's not going great for Tasha's attorneys, and that really sucks. And I feel like that's not good for Tasha. And I will hope that she's over there cussing them the hell out. Okay. And this isn't just coming from biased people, y'all. I'm more so thinking about listening to Miss Emily D. Baker on YouTube, going through the articles and reading the notes, reading the documentation from what the court reporter has taken, and saying herself that this is not looking good for Tasha, and saying that no, that's not what you want to do, that's not how that goes. And so that if y'all want like an unbiased review or whatever, like, go over there and check her out. I know a lot of people wasn't interested in Dennis Byron because they felt like he was being biased, and I just think, in my honest opinion, it's biased to you because you don't like one of these ladies, okay? And he just telling you pretty much the facts. Emily saying the same thing that Dennis is saying. The only difference is she's actually going through the court documents to confirm. He's just giving you guys his recap based on what he's seen in the courtroom, and it ain't too much different than what the reporters has already typed up. See what I'm saying? So I mean, yikes. Let's keep going. They said that today the court was only in session for like 2 hours today. It had to be dismissed early, okay? The judge told Tasha K's male attorney that he told him if he acts like he never tried a case before, he's going to end up kicking him out. And that's what I wasn't too sure about when Dennis was telling the story, because at one point it sounded like he said that the judge said he'll hold Cardi's attorney in contempt because when Olga, which happens to be Tasha K's, I guess, lead attorney, when she was talking, instead of him writing notes and passing it to the next attorney, he leaned over and started whispering, and the judge had to check him. But then later on, he also mentioned how the judge told Tasha K's attorney he needs to stop acting like he never tried a case before. If he does it again, he's going to, put him out. So I didn't know did you get the names mixed up? Was he threatening to hold, not kick him out, but hold him in contempt? Was he threatening to hold Cardi's attorney in contempt? Was he threatening to holding Tasha K's attorney in contempt? Or was he saying he'll hold both of them in contempt? Okay, right? So there's that. And I wouldn't even be mad if he would have said that about Cardi's attorney, because it seemed like it would come off more fair, right? So, to a lot of people that, okay, you're chastising Cardi's attorneys and here, but it's also making me believe he's probably talking about solely Miss Tasha's attorneys, because Cardi's attorneys have been on point, so far. What else we got? Also, Tasha K and her team, her attorneys were trying to, bring into the courts and try to paint Cardi as a person that is the big R word, right? They try, she's a big R word towards Black people. The only difficult thing about that, and y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I know y'all gonna do that anyway, girl, because it's just how y'all is, okay? The only thing with that is she has a Black daughter. And she has a Black husband. Her best friend is Black. She grew up in like a Black environment. In addition to that, she also dropped the news that she's about to pay for the funerals of the individuals or the victims that died in that apartment building or something out there in the Bronx, I believe it was. And a majority of those people were Black. So that's going to be tough to try to put out there. So they tried to put that out there, and I don't think the judge was willing to accept that. I believe Lovely T's name even came up. They also tried to bring up Lovely T, saying that Cardi was a big R word as well. I know Lovely T somewhere like, bro, how did I get into this? Okay, how did y'all bring me into this? Girl, I was over here just minding my business, honey, relaxing, enjoying life and stuff, girl. Y'all done brought me into this stuff. Okay, I don't know if I necessarily believe that. If they have video footage, then it is what it is. But I do know that Cardi and Lovely have a really good relationship. They ain't best friends or anything, I don't think, but they're familiar with each other. They definitely interact and stuff. So I don't know if that's necessarily the case, and even if it was, I don't know how much it would matter, considering they have a really great relationship. And if y'all were to bring that into court, which I don't think would have been wise, Cardi could have showed receipts from her attorney could have shown receipts to kind of like debunk whatever it is that you guys are saying. So it's looking really tough, for Miss Tasha K. It's looking really, really tough for her. We just gonna have to see how this is gonna play out. I don't know what's gonna happen if Tasha loses this case. I don't know if I know, according to Byron, according to Dennis Byron over at Hip Hop Inquirer and others, the case is not about just $75,000. That's as low as it can go, but it can go all the way up as high as $10 million. Of what Tasha would have to pay back, in addition to what I believe Cardi's team is also requesting if she loses this case or whatever, that she also pay for the attorney fees. And I ain't gonna tell her how much that is right out the gate. I don't know if that's $1 million, $2 million, or $3 million. I don't know. On top of whatever she may have to pay Cardi. Not sure how that's going to work out, but that's a whole lot of moolah. And if she were to win this case, I don't know if they were to win it and try to report back to YouTube and be like, hey, let's go ahead and snatch that up. I don't know. I don't know. I would want to believe that Cardi has enough of a heart to be like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna snatch her channel up. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna let her do her thing or whatever like that. Because originally that wasn't my plan. I only pursued this lawsuit because she just continued to go at me, even though I sent her 3 cease and desist letters that she just ignored. I don't know. Cardi may have a heart at the end, or she may not. If they're able to do that, I mean, they might. I don't know what happens, but the good thing for Tasha, I suppose, is that she got her app. I don't think all 1 million people will follow her over, because that's just how people are. You know what I'm saying? You move to another platform, everybody's not going to follow you over there. Like, I mean, I can even use myself. What I got, like, at this time, like 18,000. Okay. And on my Instagram, I only got like 6,000 followers. So everybody's just not going to follow you there. But she may have enough people to continue to sustain a decent life or whatever. But we'll just have to see how this is going to play out for her, y'all. This is a very terrible situation. And I tell you one thing, we're learning a lot. Whether you're a person that actually, report lies or whatever it is you do on your channel, or even if you're a person that operate with integrity, it still makes you want to make sure that you're extra careful about how you go about, operating and stuff, right? I don't think it'll necessarily change the game. Like, people gonna be trying to hunt you down or whatever, how, Tasha's advocate tried to say over there on Clubhouse. But I just think that, I mean, it's still going to make you want to be, cautious. But I will say this is really interesting to me. I do have a degree in communications, radio, television, which is, kind of in the same realm of journalism and all the other great stuff, right? It's just funny to me that when you operate in this space, especially for a lot of, and it's not to, down talk anybody that don't have a degree in it, or, a lot of this time and stuff don't matter or whatever. But anyway, when you're operating in this space, you always thought that the standard was for you to move with integrity. And then here we are, so it's like we're having this case about people, defaming, characters and not moving with integrity. And it's crazy because when I hear people talk about, oh, well, it's going to change the game, it's going to make people want to be more, have integrity, not more integrity, but they have integrity when they do their work. And I'm like, why is that even the conversation? Like, it's going to make people have integrity when integrity should have been there to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is, girl. I ain't got no dog in this fight, honey. I'm just coming to share my thoughts and to give you guys the information, because that is indeed what is going on. Okay. I wish everybody the best of luck, honey. Good luck. All right. That's all that I got. I'm Jamie. That's me. You guys go ahead and sound off in the comments. Okay. Let me know your thoughts about this overall situation dealing with Miss Cardi B and Miss Tasha K. The trial is still ongoing. We don't know if it's going to wrap up on this Friday or if it's going to be, wrapping up on next week. But it is a very big story. So I definitely want to make sure that I am just covering it. Okay. And yeah, that's really it. I just want to come and bring you guys the tea, that what's going on. Yeah, that's really it. Y'all go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your overall thoughts about everything. And yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and like the video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel as well. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. That's all I got. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.